Split second decides everything out here. The water's surface breaks without warning. A saltwater crocodile fixes on the movement instantly. Already warned by the troops' frantic alarm calls from above, the swimmer kicks harder, glancing back again and again at the one spot he can't see, directly behind him. One last push and he hauls himself up onto the muddy bank, clear of the jaws waiting just beneath the surface. Up in the canopy, the rest of the troop watches the crocodile turn away, denied. The mothers don't relax. They understand exactly what just happened. Each pulls her infant in tighter against her chest. That bond is everything at this stage of life. A mother carries her baby for roughly 160 days before birth, then nurses it for as long as 7 months afterward. Below her, the youngsters test their balance on thin branches, gripping and wobbling, while the mothers hover close enough to catch a fall before gravity finishes the job. Before long, the troop is moving again, working toward a better crossing point. The far bank holds foraging ground nobody has touched yet, but getting there means crossing the river, something this group does often, ranging across territory that can stretch past 300 acres. They're built for this terrain, swinging and leaping through the upper branches, using the height of the tallest limbs to launch themselves far enough to clear the widest gaps in the water. Once they land on the other side, the tension breaks immediately. Thick cover swallows them up, and the troop settles back into its rhythm in the branches above. Now it's time to eat. Living in tight, organized groups, they strip leaves efficiently with teeth built for exactly this job. Their stomachs are complicated, multi-chambered systems that take about 50 hours to fully break down all that fiber, long enough to neutralize the toxins packed into the leaves they rely on. Still, nobody fully switches off. Several adults keep watch on the river below at all times. In a group this size, vigilance gets divided up and shared, with eyes constantly sweeping the water's surface for the faintest ripple. Then one adult male commits. He jumps and the whole troop follows in a rush. The logic is simple. Overwhelm the predator with too many targets at once. More animals drop from the trees, sometimes 2 or 3 together, while the crocodile tries and fails to track the chaos churning across the surface. Too much disturbance for its senses to lock onto any one target. Almost everyone makes it across and scrambles up the far bank. One male, though, misjudges his jump and goes down hard into the water, scrambling out soaked and shaken but unharmed. From the high branches, the rest of the troop watches him climb out. Every crossing carries that same risk every single time. Within minutes they're back to feeding. An adult can put away close to 2 kilograms of leaves in a single day. They climb higher still, up into the topmost branches where the view stretches furthest and any approaching threat gets spotted early. One infant cries out, clinging to its mother, and she pushes it off. Tries to grab her tail to keep up, but she's done waiting. She springs out over the river and swims it cleanly, leaving the infant behind on the bank. This is how the young ones learn, not by following but by being left to figure it out. She climbs out safely on the far side and rejoins the troop. The infant doesn't follow. It backs away from the edge instead, and in doing so, risks losing the troop entirely. Left with no other option, it works its way down toward the water alone, easing closer to the river it's never touched before. It dips a paw in, hesitates, studies the current, then drops in all at once, swimming for the first time in its life. Above, the troop's mood shifts instantly. Alarm calls erupt, branches shake hard as a warning. Something has been spotted. A shape moves in below the surface. Seeing it, the mother who pushed her own infant into independence reverses course without hesitation, racing up a tree and launching herself straight back into the river toward her baby. The crocodile closes in fast and the strategy collapses in an instant. Its jaws close around the mother, and she doesn't come back up. Her infant, alone and terrified, paddles desperately toward a tangle of roots at the water's edge, where another member of the troop reaches down and hauls it to safety.